welcome to my channel, Oracle Intuitions. My name is Catherine, and this is your weekly reading for October 1st to October 8th for all signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to be looking into the energy of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships with a closing message from the universe. Timestamps for each of the signs are going to be below in the description box. If you just wish to skip ahead, if you don't want to watch, either the intro or, if you just don't want to listen to all of the signs, that's fine. Also, links for all the cards that I'm using, as well as links for my website, my Facebook, and my Instagram are below in the description box. I do recommend that I put a link above. This is just going to be in regards to a quick format change that I've implemented. I do ask you to just watch that video really quick. And thank you so much to everybody. Have an amazing week. Take care. Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading for October 1st to October 8th. If you didn't see the introduction for this video, by all means, please go take a look at it. I am providing a link above where I do talk about a quick format change that I'm going to be implementing starting this week. So what we're looking into right now is the energy for the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships with a closing message from the universe. All right. So Capricorn, let's see what is coming up for you. For the mind, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Beautiful energy. For the body, we have the Sun. And for the soul, we have Ace of Pentacles. All right. Okay, guys. These are some of the strongest cards in the deck. I'm just letting you know this right now. So what I'm getting here is it feels that for some of you, now this has been building for Capricorn for a while. It feels like, you guys have had an idea possibly in mind, maybe a goal. I feel like for some of you, you might be trying to increase your financial wealth in some matter, okay? It looks like you're looking into security for the future. I feel like some of you might be building a business. It might be just a new project. It could be anything related to this. But what I'm getting here is with your mind, it feels like you're very future set. You're set on, I want more security. I want more safety in my financial future. I'm building toward this. With that Sun coming through, it to me, this is, and also with that Ace of Pentacles coming through with Spirit, it feels as though opportunities have either been presented to you or are about to show up. Now, remember that energy changes or timelines change, okay? So this could be a little bit in the past. It could be coming up in the future. It doesn't need to be within the 1st to the 8th. But what it is showing here is that there are opportunities that are going to be coming through for you in some manner. These are going to be financially secure opportunities. Now, I do feel that for some of you, these may have already been presented to you. You might even be thinking about new ways to attract money towards yourselves. And it doesn't need to be exactly money, but again, I do feel a sense of security, a sense of safety, a sense of feeling complete in some manner, especially with that Ten of Pentacles. When that comes through, it really talks about, setting something for your future self, okay? This could be retirement. It could be, setting up an RSP. It could be, some sort of, do I need to start really building up my bank account? Whatever it is, however that relates to you. That for some of you, this could even be talking in regards to relationships, okay? Do I want to have that type of relationships that's going to bring me further into the future? Is this going to be a relation, or, are you looking or seeking or having a relationship that is going to be grounded, okay? Is it going to present itself as a grounded relationship? And I do feel, again, that you're setting yourself up in some manner for the future. You're looking ahead. You're excited about the future with that Sun coming through. This feels, again, like there's some sort of opportunities that are, it's like your mind, your body, okay? Your soul is starting to feel, for some of you, you might be feeling the pressure that you really want these opportunities to start coming through. You're really thinking about the future. I do feel that for some of you, you're making the plans to go ahead, okay? So we're going to get some clarifying cards and see what is coming through. This is beautiful energy, though, I can tell you. And I do feel that, you know, even if it's that you're thinking about the future and how to go about it, again, I am getting that there's going to be some sort of sense of opportunity that is coming your way, all right? So let's take a look here and see what's happening. Let's look at that Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. So you're coming into your power. You're coming into your power to build for that future. You are strong. And it feels as though for some of you, again, I felt a little bit of, there may have been a pressure there that maybe you felt that you weren't exactly in the financially secure place that you had wished yourself to be, okay? Whether that's current energy or past energy. You could be worrying about the future to some degree. And again, feeling like you're trying to set yourself up. You're having that, you want that sense of safety. You want that sense of security. You are now coming into your power. And again, I do feel that there is some opportunities that have either been presented to you or are coming through for you in the very near future. I'm also getting unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. So I think that that card speaks for itself, really. I do feel that you are in a place, okay? You are in a place that even though you're not exactly seeing, for some of you, again, this isn't going to relate to all of you, take it as it does resonate. You may be feeling in this place where you're feeling a little unstable. You're feeling a little unsure. I feel like the universe is telling you, be with that Ace of Pentacles, with that Sun coming through, that you're truly in a place where you need to be. There may have been things that you needed to clear out ahead of time. It may even have left you in a place of feeling uneasy. Okay, uneasy. What is going to be the next step? What is going to be the next thing that comes through for me? Or how do I, create this? Or for some of you, I mean, it could even just be a matter of how do I pay my bills, or how do I, build on this future. But what I am getting here is that for some reason you are in the place that you are needing to be at this moment, okay? And again, instead of sinking into the past or even possibly going too far into the future, I want you to take a look into where the present is at this moment, but allow yourself to stay in a present mind. All right, because what that happens is it starts showing us that next step. It actually puts us into a sense of power. All right. And it's, I know that's hard to understand, but if you know the law of attraction, when we're staying in the present and we're not sitting there focusing too much on the future, when we're not projecting too far or, from the past into the future, that doesn't mean that you can't sit there and go, okay, this is where I want to be in the future. But basically what you're doing is you're presenting yourself with a final, where do you want to be? Where do you want to be in a year? Look at that. Okay, rather than looking at every single step that it is that you need to do. Because I do feel, again, the universe bringing some sort of sense of opportunity, the universe showing you or possibly opening a new door, okay, unknown territory. Basically what the universe is saying, look at, you know what, let us figure out the details behind all of this. Get your head out of it and just stay in the present moment. Enjoy the blessings that you have at this moment, and you'll start moving forward. You're going to start heading into this Ten of Pentacles energy. We're going to show you ways. Transformation. Look at this. A fresh new way of living emerges. Exactly. Because I do feel that for some of you, there is this energy where you might be kicking yourself for things that may have happened in the past. Maybe you didn't take opportunities when they were presented to you before. It could even be, if I had just done this, or if I had just done that. I feel like you need to let that go. All right. This is a transformation that's coming through for you. This is that phoenix rising, stepping into your power. You're about to step into the unknown, which is going to be bright and beautiful. But I feel like the universe isn't showing you all of the steps. And there could be reasons why. There could be reasons simply because of the fact if you're shown all of the steps, or you know every single step, that there could be worry based around it, or your mind could start playing tricks with you. It could start actually holding you back instead of allowing yourself to go through. So this is what I'm getting for some of you. For others of you, I feel that you have stepped into your power. You have stepped into your power. You're moving forward. You're allowing this transformation. It's like you know the end goal of what it is that you're trying to reach. You see that vision of that end goal. And I feel that you stepping forward, you've now reached this place where you're heading through this transformation, a fresh new life. You see that end goal and you're now taking those steps towards it. What's coming through with the sun? It says, answer the call. The time is now. Yeah, I feel like there's an opportunity coming. And when this opportunity comes, or how it's presented, again, we always have to follow our intuition. But what I'm getting from this is instead of placing worry-based fear around it, or overthinking, or, again, thinking about every single step in regards to it. Let's just say an opportunity comes through, whether this is a new job, a new business, something like that. I feel like instead of sitting there going, well, should I do this? This could happen, this could happen, this could happen, blah, blah, blah. Basically what you're doing when you project that is you're taking away from the opportunities that are truly being presented to you, okay? You're putting a worry-based fear around it, as opposed to just saying, okay, you know what? This is exactly what I've been asking for. I've been asking for an opportunity to somehow move me forward into this 10 of Pentacles energy. Here it is. This is my intuition towards it. I'm going to just take that leap. Have that leap of faith is what I'm getting right now. Choosing your path. All is possible. Exactly. And we've got watching the clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. I feel that instead of chasing the opportunity, allow the opportunity to come to you. Now, again, you can take this in whatever regard it is, in whatever area it is, whether this is career, finances, relationships, however it is. I feel like the opportunity is coming to you, and I feel like that's why this is saying, look at, lay back, rest, relax. It doesn't mean don't do the work towards whatever goal it is that you're trying to reach. That's not talking about that, because as you can see, this guy is obviously, he's choosing his path and he's going forward. But basically what it's saying is when that opportunity appears, you're going to know it. Okay? Instead of chasing after it, you're going to know this opportunity as soon as it presents itself. And we've got grounding. Go deep and explore your roots, which is interesting because we also have that Ace of Pentacles, okay? So it does feel like there is some grounding that needs to happen. And like I was saying with this transformation, instead of spending your time overthinking or over worrying or taking a look at the past or kicking yourself for things that may have happened, or even looking ahead into the future with a sense of worry or fear, that things aren't going to happen, I feel like there needs to be grounding in the present moment, okay? So when we talk about the present moment, it's really talking about, with Eckhart Tolle, like the power of now. What are you doing right now? And it's allowing yourself to absorb this very moment, each moment as it's presented to you, and staying within that power of now, staying within this present moment really helps us open doors, because it allows our mind to stop overthinking or overindulging in, sometimes usually what happens is negative activity, right, within our brain. And this is saying, look ahead to the future, but it's your end goal. Where do you want to be? What is the end goal that you're trying to reach? Stay within that energy. Take that end goal and present it as an opportunity now. Okay. So let's just say, and especially if you've ever seen the movie The Secret or any of those law of attraction movies, this is basically talking about that same thing. So what I'm getting with this is, let's just use an example of a car. Okay, you want a new car. And it's like, imagine yourself driving that car, being in that car. How does it feel? How does it smell? Imagine yourself being on the road in that car, instead of worrying about how you're going to get the car. Okay, what are, or instead of worrying about how I'm going to do this or how am I going to do that, because what happens is we start talking ourselves down, and then we start going, well, I really can't afford it right now. I really can't do this. I can't do that. I don't really have the finances for it, but then I'd have to do this, and our brain starts playing with itself, right? And we find ways to talk ourselves out of things as opposed to putting ourselves into things. So what I'm getting with this is ground yourself into the future for right now. Go deep. Go deep and allow yourself, pretend that you're living here and now. What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does it taste like? All of that. Like, how do you feel when you're thinking about that future? That's what the universe is asking you to do at this moment. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Exactly. It feels like, if you struggle with it, here's the thing. You don't need to spend all day within that energy, okay? But take some time throughout the day and open yourself up to that spiritual energy. They say that even, a minute and a half? If you can focus your energy for a minute and a half, it actually opens doors towards what it is that you are desiring. Okay. Fellow travelers, support is all around you. Yeah. Again, I'm feeling like ask your angels, ask your guides, ask, if you need help with some sort of sense of grounding, if you need help focusing in on that now, even if you need help getting yourself out of a current situation, okay, that isn't leading you towards this Ten of Pentacles and the Sun energy, it is saying that there is support. You just need to ask for it. You need to ask for that help. Maybe perhaps you need to allow yourself to take some time throughout the day, and again, just ask your guides. All right, put yourself into that grounded energy of where it is that you want to be. I feel like really big things are coming towards you, Capricorn. I feel that you just need to allow them. Try to stop your mind from overthinking at this moment and allow yourself to stay within the present. Allow yourself to focus on the here and the now and allow those doors to open for you. So let's take a look into relationships and see what's coming through for relationships at this time. Okay. Relationships for Capricorn. We're going to be using the Romance Angels from Doreen Virtue. And we're also using these really cute Island Time Wellness cards. The links, again, are down below in the description box. So, all right. Capricorn. For romance, what is coming through for you? And it's interesting, Capricorn, because it feels like this build up towards that Ace of Pentacles has been coming for a while. It feels like that energy has been there. It's been wanting to come through. And I feel now with that door opening that this is now the time. It's allowing that portal open. So watch for opportunities. Okay, really listen to your inner guidance. And sometimes it's a matter of, you may have a feeling of, oh, I need to be here, or maybe I need to call somebody, or maybe, whatever it is. Really listen to your intuition throughout this next week, because I do feel, well, listen to your intuition always, but you know what I'm getting at. I feel like this week is going to be bringing through some sort of new opportunities that are going to be very, very important for you. All right. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. We've got flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others, and it talks about chemistry. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. All right, so remember that with relationships, this doesn't need to be romantic. It can be friends, family, co-workers, but we are going to get some clarification. Okay, so I do feel that for some of you, for those of you that are in a relationship at the moment, what I'm getting here is that it is really a time to start looking at your partner, really looking at the chemistry between your partner, really appreciating each other is what I'm getting. I'm getting that there's a sense of there may have been some sort of lack of appreciation for some of you. And I feel like right now is sort of the time to take a look at your partner and really, what is it that you appreciate about them? Okay, really look into that. It feels like there needs to be maybe a change within the relationship to the positive. Like it just feels, you know, for some of you, I'm getting, you know, maybe there's been overwork or, you know, just not having that time to spend together. I feel like for some of you, this is a time to start spending with your partner. It is time to find ways to open up opportunities for the two of you to become closer, recognizing that chemistry that the both of you had, perhaps even at the beginning of your relationship. Start showing your romantic feelings towards each other. Start flirting again, okay? It feels like your relationship for some of you just might need a little tune-up. That's what I'm getting. Just a little tune-up, okay? Just to start showing, you know, how much you love and care about this person. Now let's look into singles as well. And for singles, I do feel that there could be opportunities that are coming your way in some manner. Of course, we're going to get some clarification. I feel like for singles, you know, or this even could be if you have a person of interest, possibly. I'm not getting that there's going to be a big change within the relationship, but I do feel there needs to be an opening within this relationship. Or again, if you're single and you're seeking a relationship, I do feel maybe this is the time to flirt, to be a little bit more open in regards to your energy, your personal energy. Right? I am getting here, it might be a time to flirt, to open up, allow chemistry between you and possibly another person. I'm also really picking up here not to start looking for long term, okay? And that doesn't mean not look for long term, but I'm getting don't put a long term prediction on something right now. I feel like this is the sort of the time to just open up and allow, you know, yourself to expand your heart energy. Now, if somebody comes along while you're doing this and your heart energy is open and somebody comes through, I feel like it doesn't mean that the person can't have a long-term future, but I think that sometimes if we get into that feeling of looking at a person right away and going, you know, oh my gosh, they're going to be long-term, this is, you know, going to be the person that I want to date, I want to marry, whatever it is, it's like, you know, just pull the brakes back a bit, okay? Just stay within that present moment. Stay within that now moment is what I'm really getting. It feels like just allow yourself to go with the flow, all right? So we have here photograph, and it says, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. So for some of you, this could be somebody from your past. It could even be somebody that has an interest in you. Again, romantic feelings, right? We've got that photograph coming through. So for some of you, this, you know, if there's a person of interest, this could be you also, okay? This can be reversed. Some of you might be looking at old photographs or remembering things or missing somebody, having those romantic feelings. And again, I do feel that there needs to be an opening of the heart energy. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean particularly that somebody is going to come through, but it is saying that either you're missing somebody or somebody is missing you at this current time. I am getting seduction here. Look at this: attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up. Temptation. For some of you, third-party interference, okay? Now, what I'm getting here is I just feel like what I'm getting, guys, is for those of you that are seeking a relationship, this might be like a week where you got to really open up your heart energy, but also watch a little bit for some red flags. That's why I'm saying don't jump ahead, okay? I feel like you need to take a look at all of the circumstances around or all of the energy around somebody coming through, okay? So if somebody is coming through, you know, really pay attention to your intuition. Is there a third party? Is this person only looking for a hookup? Okay. And that's where I feel like you need to guard your energy. This even could be somebody from the past that is coming through, and they might be coming through with the I miss yous and whatever it is. But I'm getting right now not to jump ahead. Okay. And again, what I'm hearing with that is allow the person to come through. You doesn't mean you can't talk to them. It doesn't mean you can't flirt. Maybe there is a strong chemistry there, but don't jump ahead. Don't start looking at this person as a future partner at the moment. Don't start looking at them as, the next boyfriend or the next girlfriend. Don't start looking at them as that possible future at this moment. I do feel that for some of you may have to, again, even though your heart energy is open, that doesn't mean that you still can't guard it a bit. Okay, it's opening up to the energy and allowing energy to come through, but do be careful. All right. Again, I feel that for some of you, it could be somebody from the past coming through and saying, something along the lines of, oh, I've been thinking about you, I've been missing you, whatever it is, but they might not have the truest of intentions, okay, which is coming through with the seduction card. Again, just play it by ear for the moment. It doesn't mean that, you have to, right away jump down their throat or anything like that, but just, really trust yourself, okay? Is this person being sincere? Are they being honest? Are they really, missing me, or are they just looking for a hookup? All right. And we have, self-indulgence, right? Focus on your self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. So I'm actually getting two things with this self-indulgence. And again, this isn't particularly for those that are in a relationship, okay? I do feel that for those of you in a relationship, this is just going to be a time, to start showing your partner how much you really care about them, how much they mean to you. Open up that chemistry between the two of you and, just start to spend some more time together. Just really build on that relationship. But what I'm getting here, and again, this could be for singles, people with a person of interest, I do feel that first of all, you do have to focus on your self-worth, okay? It is a time to heal, especially if somebody from the past, for some of you, could be coming through. There could be that sense of seduction. And I feel like for some of you, you need to take a look at your self-worth. Why are you going with this person, especially if they really hurt you? If there was something from, if they're saying, well, I really missed you. Hey, let's hook up tonight. Or what are you doing? Let's get together. Yeah, you could have called me last week. Right? Like, let's be honest here, quite honestly, I think if somebody said, I miss you after not talking to me for a while, I'd probably be like, of course you do. I'm a pretty great person. What's not to miss? Right? Like, it's basically saying don't jump right into something at this moment. That's what I keep getting. The self-indulgence I am feeling could be from this other person as well. Okay? They're self-indulging. Rather than seeking something possibly long-term, there could be a sense of self-indulgence here. And that's why I do feel that there may be a need to, just use your intuition, stay a little guarded. It doesn't mean you can't open up your heart energy, but it doesn't mean that you need to throw your heart energy at everything that's coming forward at this time. All right. So let's get a closing message from the universe and see what is coming through. Closing message from the universe for Capricorn. I feel like there's going to be another opportunity, for those of you that might be tempted, to go with something that isn't giving you the self-worth that you deserve. All right. I'm not going to say it's completely a test from the universe, but, sometimes the universe does give us a little bit of a test to see how much we're putting towards our own self-acceptance, right? And, sometimes, people come through that just, it's just time to cut those cords with, right? And again, it's not particularly a test from the universe, but you got to think, if I was to indulge in this, if I was to indulge in somebody who isn't really you know, willing to go the, you know, the full length with me, unless that's something that you really want, then, you know, why are you putting your energy towards it, right? Because sometimes we also have to take a look at all aspects around us. What are we willing to put our time into if it's not going to be a long-term, uh, you know, source for us? Like if it's not going to benefit us in the long term in some manner, all right? So what's coming through is moderation. Yeah. And it says, is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthfully, although the fairies said that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. And again, moderation. This could go within our romantic life. It could go with whatever it is. Again, I kind of go with that whole mind, body, and spirit as well. I feel like this is a time to get grounded. It's a time to maybe cleanse yourself of old habits. Maybe even if those habits are overthinking or worrying or thinking about the future, it's time for moderation. Okay, it doesn't mean you never think about your past, but it doesn't mean live in the past. Don't kick yourself for things that happened years ago or even last week or even yesterday. What happened, happened. It's time to move forward. Okay, come together. This is beautiful. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing them that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps get the job done. So for some of you, this could be a message directly to you in regards to working or working with people. But what I am getting here is it's also time to really work with your guides and your spirit team. Okay, basically all you have to do is ask for their help, and just be specific and say, look, at this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. I need your help with this. Can we please come together? You are going to hear the messages. Everybody thinks that you need to be a psychic or a medium or whatever, but truly all it is allowing yourself to hear the messages that are coming through. And it says, look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. So whether, again, this is within an actual book, this could be having to do with, you might have asked a question, how do I do this? Or how do I gain this? Or whatever it is. Allow those answers to come to you. All right. I feel like right now is a time for grounding. Again, those opportunities opening up, opportunities walking through the door. I feel that if you ask, and sometimes what I'll do is I'll say, how do I? And then ask the question. And it's amazing how fast it will show up, whether this is, you know, scrolling on the internet or YouTube, or maybe just possibly I'll be driving by and I'll see a billboard, or it'll show up on a license plate, or whatever it is. Or even just during a conversation, all of a sudden somebody will say, hey, have you ever thought of blah, blah, blah? And that will be the exact answer to my question. So I feel like right now is the time to, you know, have that faith, have that trust in the universe, have that trust in your guides, and start working with your spirit team. But most of all, also following your intuition, because that is going to be your deepest guidance. So I truly hope that that's helped, Capricorn. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like, please share my videos because it's truly appreciated, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so very much, and have a great week. Many blessings. Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading for October 1st to October 8th. We're taking a look into the energy of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone, but also check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. So above is going to be a link towards for a little bit of a format change that I am doing, and I explain it all in that video. It's just a really quick 5-minute video. I truly appreciate everybody that is supporting me. It means so much to me. So let's take a look and let's get into your reading. So for the mind, we have the Emperor, the Chariot, sorry. For the body, we have the Knight of Swords, and for spirit, we have the Wheel of Fortunes. All right, interesting. There's a lot of energy of moving in here. Moving. Some of you may have either thought about moving. You might be moving jobs, careers. This even could be a mindset with that Knight of Swords coming through within the body, okay? So what I'm getting here is it feels like you're taking the reins. you're taking the reins towards what it is that you're desiring, what it is that you want, where it is that you want to go. It feels like there's a lot of changes that are coming through with that Wheel of Fortune. Now, when the Wheel of Fortune appears in a reading, I always look at it as a positive. Okay, what I'm getting here is it feels like there's a strong sense of you wanting to move forward in some manner. I'm getting actually here for some of you that this is a spiritual moving forward in some way. All right, we have this Chariot, we've got it in the clouds, we have this Knight of Swords ready to move through. I feel like for some of you, there's a little battle of wills going on here. Now, this could be within yourself. It could be with people around you. It could be possibly that, this could be within your higher self. It could be within, your 3D to your 5D self. Okay. And this could be possibly with other people. I feel like you're being challenged to look at things in a new and different way. I feel like you're being challenged to take away from a particular mindset that you may have had or that you may have developed in some way. It doesn't mean that your mindset is wrong. I feel though that there needs to be a change within it for some of you, especially with that Knight of Swords. You may have grabbed a hold of something, whether this is an ideology or whether this is a particular mindset, and you're charging forward with it, but you're receiving some sort of sense of opposition here. So what I'm getting told is it feels as though your mind is trying to control a little bit of the elements that are going on within it. Now, what I mean by that is sometimes we may have a narrative or an ideology or maybe a particular way of looking things, and we're just going to charge forward with it, And for me, what I'm getting here is that for some of you, there may be some stubbornness, okay? That Knight of Swords coming through, he can be a little bit stubborn because he's not really looking around him. He's just looking straight ahead. It's like, here's my goal. I'm just going for it. That's it. I'm not looking to my right, my left, my back. I'm just boom, I'm going forward. But this Chariot's coming through, where the Chariot, you have to take a hold of those reins. Okay, you have to kind of control those horses. This horse really isn't particularly being controlled. It's being just set forward. With this Chariot coming through, you have to sort of guide it. All right, you have to guide that Chariot. So what I'm getting here is that there may have been some sort of particular, again, something set within your mind is what I'm receiving. And instead of looking around you, maybe looking at new ideas, maybe looking at new perspectives, maybe looking at things in a different way, you're just charging ahead. And I feel like Spirit is coming through and saying, look, you know what? It's good that you're charging ahead with what you believe in or what it is that's within your mind, but there needs to be some control within this. What is it that you need to control? What is it that you need to take a hold of those reins and give them guidance instead of just charging ahead? I feel with this Wheel of Fortune, there's a sense of balance that needs to come in here. It's like as soon as you actually take a hold of those reins, as soon as you start controlling the flow of that information that you're either giving out or that you're receiving, you're going to be able to see better results. Okay, it's sort of like, let's say you have an idea in your head, okay, in regards to, perhaps world events or maybe perhaps relationships, especially if I'm just going to use relationships as an example. Let's say you've been burned in relationships in the past. So now you're sort of charging ahead and you're like, I'm never going to have a relationship again. Relationships are this, da-da-da. I'm just going to be single and independent and charge forward and work on my career and da-da-da and da-da-da. And Spirit's kind of saying, you know what? Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with having that mindset or that ideology or whatever it is, or having that belief system. However, if you controlled it a bit and said, you know what, I'm just not going to have bad relationships anymore. I'm going to have a sense of self-control within my relationships. I'm going to have a sense of self-assurance, of acceptance. I'm not just going to accept anybody that comes along. I'm going to control that flow of information, okay? Or I'm going to control the energy that I'm expending on somebody who, isn't, that has led me into a bad relation, or that I've been in bad relationships with. I don't want those type of people anymore. I'm going to control this a bit. And that's what I'm getting from this. And through that process, it really starts allowing this wheel to spin in a more positive nature. Right? So this is what I'm getting. There's nothing wrong with the mindset or the, whatever it is that you're charging toward, but I feel that there needs to be control on this to start taking a different perspective towards it. Just because you have a mindset doesn't mean that everybody else is going to have that mindset. That's what I'm hearing too. So just because you have a particular way of looking at things doesn't mean that everybody has to have that particular way of looking at them. That's your way. It's not going to be everybody else's way. You may need to have a different perspective. You may have to take control of the reins of what it is that is going through your mind or charging through your mind in order to have a different perspective and allow this wheel to turn in a different way that is going to be more productive for you. Okay? It's not saying change your ways. It's saying take control. Take control instead of just charging ahead and running forward and saying off with their heads with that Knight of Swords type of energy, right? It's saying, okay, just look at things from a different perspective. Sometimes your way isn't always the only way. Okay, that's really what I hear. In order to make that wheel turn, we sometimes have to look at things in a different perspective. All right? And when we do so, it allows a different flow of energy. So let's see what we're getting from clarification. Breaking trail, a breakthrough is at hand. I do. I feel like once you start taking a look at things in a different perspective, there's a breakthrough. It's like, oh my gosh, it was right there. And for some of us, the interesting thing is that once we gain control, let's go back to that relationship for a minute. If instead of just charging ahead and saying, I'm never going to be in another relationship, I don't, men are this or women are this, and I don't want anything to do with it anymore. I'm just charging ahead and I'm dealing with this. And when Spirit says, like, hey, wait a minute, okay, not all men are like that, or not all women are like that, or not all relationships are bad. Just control it, right? Control what it is. Maybe the energy you're giving out. Maybe, take a look at different people. Take a look at different scenarios, whatever it is, whatever that perspective is. That's when a breakthrough starts coming through. We have the narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. Yeah, that's exactly it. Because when you go through with this energy of charging ahead, like it's just boom, like my way is the only way. Okay. And I almost feel like the sword, this reminds me of like, those army or those war movies where somebody's on a horse and they have that sword and they're just slashing to the right and they're slashing to the left and, lopping this head off and that head off and the whole bit. And, they're just charging ahead. Right. And I feel like you need to tread thoughtfully. Tread thoughtfully instead of just bursting ahead. I'm really getting here that there's something that you're not seeing a different perspective on. All right. We have the wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Yeah. That's the other thing too, because sometimes when we, here's the interesting thing. Look at this. A breakthrough is at hand. We got this narrow pathway and we have enjoy the journey. Not everything needs to lead to somewhere. Right? You might have that ideology, you might have that narrative, you might have that thought process in your mind. There's nothing wrong with it. But again, take another perspective at it. Enjoy the journey instead of just charging ahead with one narrative in mind or one thought in mind or only one outlook in mind. Okay, you're not really enjoying the journey. You're not listening to the perspective of others. You're not really, allowing yourself to engage thoughtfully with another individual or perhaps another group or perhaps something that will start opening some doors. So this is what I really get. we have faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. Exactly. When you take a hold of those reins, when you allow this new perspective to come in, it starts turning that wheel, right? Get ready for a new horizon, a new perspective, a new way of looking, allowing new people, perhaps, maybe new or different people, maybe looking at a different type of group, whatever, however this resonates with you. And it also says embracing enthusiasm, shout to the heavens with happiness. I feel here that there's, for some of you, and again, this isn't going to resonate with all of you, but I do feel that for some of you, with this charging ahead, there's not a lot of happiness there. It just feels like there was some sort of something that maybe had led to a sense of pain, a sense of, not really giving yourself the credit. Possibly, I feel like there's something missing. It's almost like you're charging ahead, not out of because you really truly believe in something. It almost feels like it's a way to cover up some sort of sense of happiness or unhappiness. And I feel like taking this time, taking a hold of the reins, enjoying that journey, this breakthrough coming, okay, is going to allow you that sense of happiness that you're seeking. It almost feels like you're charging ahead to cover up something as opposed to enjoying the journey of something. That's what I keep getting. And that might be something that you need to look at this week. So it says grounding, go deep, explore your roots. Yeah, it's time to get grounded. That's exactly it. It's time to get grounded. Rather than just charging off, that Knight of Swords is not a grounded energy. Right? He just doesn't care. He's just boom, that's it. And that chariot has to feel the path underneath it. It has to take a hold of those reins. It's going ahead. It's going forward, but it's going forward in a way that is grounded. Okay? You can't just charge ahead on a chariot. Right? The chariot's going to fall off. There's going to be a disaster. We've all seen those movies where the chariot goes over the edge or falls over or whatever. And that's what you need to do. You can't charge ahead with that chariot. You're going forward. You're making the progress of what it is that's going to open up new paths for you. But you're doing so in a more controlled manner or a more open manner. One that is more grounded, more stable. A rejuvenating rain. Clear the past, heal the present. Exactly. That's what I kept getting with that Knight of Swords. It feels like you're clearing, like there's something from a past. And again, I wanted to go back to that relationship. It doesn't need to be relationships. It can be anything. But again, it does feel like you're just charging ahead because of some sort of past hurt, whether that's in relationships, finances, careers, whatever, however this is resonating with you in your life at the current moment. But that's what I feel. It's like heal that past, heal it. This isn't necessary for you charging ahead towards something that, there's really no direction. Okay. He's just charging forward. It's not like there's a direction there, right? That's what I keep getting. In the flow. Everything is smooth sailing. Yeah. See? The chariot. We've got this boat. It feels like it's just go. When you're in a chariot, you're going to go smoothly. Okay? You're going to have control. You're going to have control of those reins. Whether it's going quickly or not, it is going smoothly. Because when you're unsmooth, when it's not going smoothly, allow things to flow. All right? Charge ahead. But do so in some sort of sense of grounded, controlled manner. And we have solitude. In silence, peace prevails. I do feel that for some of you, it might be a time to just take a step and, again, evaluate what it is and the reason for possibly holding back in some way. Why is it that you're wanting to charge ahead? What is the narrative? What is the mindset that is making you go forward? What is it from your past that you need to heal in order to release this, in order to start taking control again, in order to start feeling that balance, in order to start feeling that flow? All right? When we have that wheel of fortune coming in, it's in the flow. right? The wheel turns with a flow. And this is where I feel that you need to get back into, or allow yourself to start steering in that direction. So I feel like this is a week that you may even want to go into some sort of sense of solitude. Take the time. Take the time and really take a look at what is absolutely important to you, as opposed to what is it that you're trying to hide, or what is it that you're trying to, that you're not allowing to heal. Like, you know, sometimes when we're in a place of pain, you know, from something, instead of actually healing it, we'll just go in the opposite direction. It's like we think that we're healing it because we're charging forward and we're putting it in the path and we're just going forward, but we're not doing true healing, right? We're just ignoring the problem at the moment. That's really all it is. He's running away from a problem, as opposed to, or he's just going to lop the head off the problem instead of actually dealing with the problem in some constructive way. And that's what I keep getting for you at this moment. So let's take a look into relationships and see what is coming through for you at this time. So remember that relationships can be, they don't need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, co-workers. You can take them as they resonate for you. These are the romance angels, though, that I'm using. And I am using another set, the Island Time Wellness, which is, you know, mostly romantic as well. But again, just take them as they resonate with you. All right. So let's see. What does Virgo need to know about this upcoming week in regards to relationships? Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This is a beautiful card. We also have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. And we have children. Your love life is being affected by children. For some of you, this very well could be true. Okay, I feel that for some of you, especially if you're in a relationship as it is, there could be an element of children, whether this is, you know, children that is affecting you in some manner. I do feel like there's just a need to, this could also have to do with inner child too, clearing up your inner child. But what I'm getting here is, remember, we go back to that Knight of Swords, and I really kept feeling here that for some of you, I do feel that there is some inner child healing that needs to happen. Again, it could have to do literally with children, however that, you know, take that as it is. But I'm getting here that for some of you, there is this soulmate. There is this person that either wants to come through, has come through, maybe even know who they are at this time. But again, it feels like past hurt. And again, I'm getting, you know, healing that inner child. There's a lot of healing that needs to happen. Maybe even some genuine solitude where you're looking at things from a new perspective, allowing a new idea to come through, allowing yourself to enjoy the journey instead of trying to rush the journey in some way. I feel that there needs to be a sense of trust, okay? And again, that's why I feel like I keep looking at that as looking at it something as a new perspective, allowing a flow to happen instead of focusing in on some sort of past hurt and just trying to dash through it without actually truly looking at it, okay? Without actually truly taking that time to heal whatever it is that is holding you back or making you, I say holding back, but it's really just charging forward and trying to ignore it, okay? So let's get some clarification cards and see what's coming through here. Clarification for Virgo. Clarification for Virgo. Yeah, dragonfly. The be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. Yeah. This is like the Chariot, right? It's like I was saying, it feels like you need to take a hold of things, start looking at things in a more grounded way. Things are going to, it's time to adapt, okay? time to heal, time to change your perspective. I'm really getting that. I feel that for those of you that are wanting that soulmate to come in, or perhaps that you even know who they are, whether you're in a relationship currently or whether you're not in a relationship, but I feel like for some of you, especially if you do know who they are, it feels like this is a time, instead of just charging through and, cutting off heads or whatever it is that you're doing, it feels like you really need to take that time right now. Again, healing that inner child is what I kept feeling. We also have date, meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan or set a date. I feel like for some of you, there's this element of trust. It feels like, allow yourself to have that trust in the universe. Allow yourself to have that trust within yourself as well. I do feel that for some of you, this could be somebody that wants to come in. And again, I keep getting, that this very well could possibly be a soulmate of some sort. Okay. I feel like somebody may possibly come through. It doesn't mean that it's going to be this week or not, but I do feel like there may be possibly somebody wanting to come forward. But, what is our energy, right? If our energy is all fighting and just charging and, carrying that big sword, it's really difficult to get past that. Okay, change that energy. Be controlled of the energy. It doesn't mean that you have to let go of your moral values or what it is that you feel that you deserve or what it is that you feel that you want your next relationship to be. It just means allowing yourself to heal those past disappointments, those past energies that, are making you have that forward movement and just charging ahead. You're still moving forward, but you're doing it in a more controlled manner. You're doing it so that you're enjoying the journey of this. This is what's happening. It's coming through. It wants to come through. And we have lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation, this beautiful energy. It's like the Tower energy, okay? Now, the Tower doesn't always need to be a negative card. The Tower is like a sudden change. So you start looking at things in a new perspective, allowing yourself to have that trust within the universe, allowing yourself to heal whatever it is within you that needs to be healed. And at the same time, you're allowing yourself looking and saying, this is what I want. Okay, when we talk about calling in your soulmate, maybe it's time to be specific about what it is that you're looking for. A lot of times we just say, well, I want a man or I want a woman in my life. Okay, you know what? Those are pretty easy to find. You find them all over the place. But what kind of person? What are the qualities that you're desiring? What do you consider to be your soulmate? It's time to start putting those qualities out into the universe and have that trust that universe is going to bring it to you. And at the same time, work on healing that inner self, because that's when suddenly, when we're enjoying that journey, when we're enjoying the journey of life, when we're treading that narrow path, allowing ourselves to heal, okay? That's when that shock comes through, that sudden change, that, oh my gosh, there's this person right in front of me. Holy cow, this is what happens. And it happens almost every time. But we have to allow ourselves to enjoy each step, allow ourselves to do that healing that is needed, allow ourselves to really look at things from a new perspective, allow ourselves to be grounded, and allow ourselves to be open to the energy of what it is that we are seeking, but be specific in what it is that you are seeking. All right, so let's take a look at a closing message from the universe and see what is coming through. Closing message from the universe. Closing message from the universe. What is it that you would like Virgo to know? All right. Yeah, we have solitude again. Think of being alone in a as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. Okay, I do feel like there is some solitude that needs to happen, whether this is going within inside of yourself, healing the inner child energy, taking a look as to what it is that you're truly wanting to draw into your life. It's time to do this. Oh my God, I cannot make this up. Seriously. All right, like exactly, this is it. This is what I kept feeling. It's time to heal something within inside of yourself at this moment. It says the fairies of playfulness remind you to make some time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. Like enjoy life as it is right now. Instead of charging ahead, take the reins, heal that inner child energy. Okay? Have fun, enjoy the journey. And it talks about nature signs. Be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continuously. We only need to open our hearts and our minds. So if you're confused about what it is that you're looking for, what it is that, if you're looking for the signs, ask the universe for it. Look in nature for it. It might be a matter of just a bird coming through. Ask a question and allow the universe to bring you that sign, perhaps in nature. I mean, like I said, this could be a bird. It could be suddenly you see a butterfly. Maybe, you see a bee, whatever it is. But nature brings us our signs. The universe, our angels, our guides, they bring these signs to us. It's really time to go in and do some clearing within yourself at this time. Really think about what it is that you want to bring yourself towards, okay? Take a hold of those reins and allow yourself to move forward in a way that is going to be progressive, a way that is going to flow with the natural order of the universe. Allow this to happen. So I truly hope that has helped, Virgo. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like, please share my videos, and please subscribe to my channel. Have an amazing week and many blessings. Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading for October 1st to October 8th. We're taking a look into the energy of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. But also, I do recommend checking out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. So there is a link that I am posting above. It is for just a change on the schedule for my readings going forward. So for Earth signs, I should say, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, we are going to be bringing them out on Monday. And please make sure that you check on Saturday at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. I am going to be doing a live. This is going to be focusing more on relationships and romance, but I will be taking general questions in there as much as I possibly can, and I'm going to be doing a live for all readings for the current energy. Okay, so it'll be like the week ahead, but the current energy of relationships. So let's begin. Taurus, for you, we've got the Two of Swords. For the mind, we have the Moon. For the body and for spirit, we have the Queen of Swords. Interesting energy. All right, this is actually pretty heavy energy, to be honest, Taurus. I do feel that there might be possibly a decision that your mind is going through at this time. We've got that Two of Swords. We've also got the Moon. It's interesting because we also have the Moon in the background of this Two of Swords. What I'm getting here, so when the Moon energy comes in, this could be things that you might be hanging on to that need to be released. This also could be you making a decision. I'm getting that you need to trust. Okay, I feel like what is coming through for me is when we have that Moon, it really talks about things underneath the surface, things coming to light, things that may be hidden at the moment from you. And what I'm getting with that Two of Swords energy is that for some of you, you don't know the next step. You're not sure possibly of the next path, and it may be holding you back. Okay, you might not be seeing the full picture of something, and emotionally or mentally or physically, you could be feeling at a place that is stuck or at a place of being stalled at this moment. What I'm also getting here is that you have to trust blindly on the next step forward. So for some of you, you might be moving forward. Okay, maybe you're not in a place of being stagnant. Maybe you're moving forward, but you're not quite seeing the whole picture at this point. Okay, what I'm getting here is I feel like this is necessary energy is what I'm getting. I am getting that things might be possibly hidden from you at this moment for a particular reason. I'm actually getting that this is a reason that is going to be beneficial for you in the end. All right. I feel like it's not the time to worry about every step. I'm also getting here that it's time to just allow yourself to trust your instincts. I feel like you need to just allow yourself to be in a place, even if it does feel, I'm feeling that for some of you, you are having that stagnant energy. Okay. And what I'm getting here, and it's interesting because what I'm getting with Spirit coming through is that Queen of Swords. It's almost like I hear them say, your guides, your angels, it's time to just get going. Okay, you don't need to know the full path yet, but you have to have trust. It's like cut it out. Okay, when that Queen of Swords comes through, you know, she can be very intuitive. She can be very direct. She can be very forward in what it is that she has to say. There is a sense of compassion about her, but I feel like she's telling you to just get moving, get out of this some sort of stagnant energy. And here's the interesting thing. I feel like this isn't the first time that this stagnant energy has come through. It feels as though it's almost like you need to know the path before you're moving forward. But what I'm hearing from Spirit is you don't need to necessarily know the whole path before moving forward. Okay, I feel like it's time now to really work on your senses, work on your intuition, and really trust yourself and trust your gut on those next steps. And that's why not everything is being shown to you at this time. When the moon comes through, it is also a very psychic card. Okay, it talks about intuition, it talks about abilities, it talks about being empathic, following your instincts, following your gut. Right? If something feels like it's hidden at that moment, maybe there's a reason why. Okay? But don't allow it to keep you in a stagnant place. And that's where this mind energy is coming through. It feels like you're not moving forward in some manner, or you're holding yourself back for some particular reason. So let's take a look at some clarifying cards and see what's coming through. Because I do feel like it's time. It's time to step forward. With that Queen of Swords coming through, she's almost saying, okay, cut it out. Okay, you've been stagnant for long enough. It's time to move forward. It's time to, give yourself a kick in the butt, whatever it is, towards whatever path it is. It's time to take that move forward. All right. And sometimes with that Queen of Swords, what I'm also getting here is to cut old ties of what might be holding you back. So if you are, for instance, with that moon energy, you might be actually scared about what is being hidden. If you've been disappointed before in the past in regard to projects, romance, whatever it is, however it relates to you, what I'm getting with that Queen of Swords, it feels like there's ties that need to be cut in regards to that energy around it. Don't worry about what is being hidden. Okay, what is being hidden isn't there to hurt you. It's not there to hold you back. I feel like you're holding yourself back. This is a stagnant energy brought on by yourself, as opposed to that the energy of the universe. Okay, and it feels again like some sort of old fears. It's almost like you're waiting for that shoe to drop. But what I'm getting from the universe is that shoe is only going to drop because you're in a stagnant place in some manner. All right. So we've got unknown territory. Yeah, look at you are exactly where you need to be. Don't worry about what's ahead. Just keep following the path is what I'm getting. That path is opening up. You can see she's following. She's going straight ahead. She knows where she needs to go. This is the energy. Just keep moving forward is what I keep feeling from that. We also have begin now. Take your first step, right? You can't be any clearer than this. It's time to start. Start moving forward. Don't worry. Don't place your fears or your worries about what is not being shown to you. Look at what is being shown to you. Time to cut those ties to the past. Changing waters, purification activates vibrant life force. So cleanse yourself. Yes, absolutely. What did I just say? Cut those ties, right? Cut those ties. It's time. You don't need whatever it is that you're hanging on to anymore. The universe is asking you to trust it and to just move ahead. Mystic healer, heal. I love it. Healing energy flows through you. Yes, yes it does, right? Cut those ties. Let yourself move forward. Heal what it is that you need to heal at this point in time. Taking shelter. The answers are within. I love when the, the energy that comes through when I do my readings. I hear in my head, what it is that they're talking about, and I feel either the vibrations, I feel the energy. Sometimes I receive visions, whatever it is. What I'm getting here is, I love it when the cards come through and they're so clear on the clarification. Right? It's basically just confirming what it is that I've been feeling. Now, again, you have to take it as it resonates with you, but this is, they're being very clear here. They're being very specific. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Absolutely. And here's the interesting thing. We've got this sword. We got the sword. Time to cut away stuff that no longer is serving you. You can overcome whatever it is that you feel is holding you back in some manner. All right. You don't need to see the whole thing, but it is time to get out of that stagnant energy, to begin now. Head off into that unknown territory. The path will open up for you, is what I'm getting. Protected it by angels. You are cherished by the angels. And again, another sword coming through. So for me, it feels like a very strong, deep sense of awareness. It's like as soon as you start taking the steps that it is that you need to take, all of that awareness starts flowing through you. It may not come all at once, but it is going to be step by step, because each tie that you cut, or each thing that you're letting go of, or each time you take a step forward, a new beginning is showing for you. A new path is opening up for you. Rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. Exactly. Like it's almost like a path that's coming through here. That's what I keep getting. It's like a new path. Each step is going to clear, and each step is going to show you something new. But you have to take those steps. You have to take those steps forward. And desert passage. Look at that. Trust that there's a divine plan. I love this energy. What amazing and beautiful energy this is. So what I'm getting with you, Taurus, is please, it's time. It's time to just have that faith in the universe. Have that faith within your guides, your angels, within God. They are showing you. They just need you to take that step forward. I feel like for some of you, and again, this is an energy that's been coming through for a while now, where it feels like there's a little bit of progress, but then you get frustrated with something. And, I see for some of you, like almost literally sitting on a couch, or just, turning your focus to something else, or whatever it is. But I feel like now's the time to really start working towards what it is that you're desiring, whether this is relationships or careers, or, however it is. But I feel like now's the time to start taking those little steps, because each of those little steps is going to open up a new doorway, a new path, a new beginning. It's going to bless you, and you're going to see that as you're moving along that path, that there is a divine plan behind all of this. Okay? So let's take a look into relationships for you. Now, remember that relationships can be friends, family, and co-workers. However, I am also using the romance angels. It doesn't need to be a romantic relationship. You can put it into whatever aspect that it is that you wish. And remember that we are going to do a live on Saturday. So you'll be able to, we'll go more in depth into relationships then. All right. relationships for Taurus at this moment. Deception. Someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. This could be you, this could be them. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. It doesn't need to be your parents. This can be past, okay? Past relationships. It can be past lives. It can be, you know, even perhaps people around you. Again, friends, family, co-workers. But there is a healing that needs to happen, as we just talked about in this, you know, the mind, body, and spirit, right? And codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. I do feel that for some of you right now is a time to do the healing that is necessary. Whether you're in a relationship or whether you are single, there needs to be some sort of healing done. I do feel that for deception, now again, take it as it resonates with you. It might be that there is somebody that is being deceptive to you. However, I'm also getting that for some of you, there is an element of you not, it's like you wearing a mask. You wearing a mask. As opposed to someone else is wearing a mask. Okay? And again, you know, it could be you, it could be them. But I am feeling that there needs to be some healing done. There might be some things that you're holding back on. There could be that element of codependency. It doesn't need to be addictions as in, you know, drugs, alcohol, or gambling, although that could possibly be. But this also could be a dependency on sometimes hanging on to our past, because sometimes we don't allow ourselves to move forward and we stay in that stagnant energy because of our past. All right. Or maybe sometimes we look for the deception in others simply because of our past, and we need to let go of that. Sometimes we're so scared of being happy, or we sit there and we go, well, I really truly want this person to come through. I really want this relationship. I would really like to have, you know, whatever it is. But because we have things that we need to heal, and again, going back to that healing, that stagnant energy, there might even be things that you're scared. I'm too scared to allow myself to be happy because in the past, you know, that shoe dropped. There was things that were hidden that came up. And again, you know, we have that deception card, we have the moon card. So they're very well, for some of you, it is going to resonate the fact that maybe perhaps somebody that you were looking at, or if you were wondering if there was a deception going on, this is sort of your confirmation towards that. Okay, if you were wondering. But I also want you to take a look first and do some healing and actually take a look into that inner child. I want you to take a look and see if you're holding yourself back, or maybe possibly you're seeing deception within somebody simply because of some past issues. So before jumping ahead or running ahead, or cutting somebody completely off, again, that you have that Queen of Swords energy, it might be time, because the Queen of Swords also talks about very honest communication, right? She talks about being honest and open, taking off that mask and having some sort of conversation that is going to help heal not only past issues, but possibly heal a relationship that is that is supposed to be now or is now. Okay, so again, take that as it resonates with you, but I am getting that instead of worrying about when the shoe is going to drop, it's time to move forward. Okay, it's time to take that first step towards something. Perhaps it's opening up your heart to allow a relationship. Perhaps it's opening up your heart to allow a new relationship, or to allow a change within a relationship. Okay? For clarification, we have keys on the ring, many options, decision. I can't read that far because I don't have my glasses on. Unconventional, string along, one night stand. Yeah, there might be somebody, and again, this could be you, it could be somebody else. I do feel that for some of you, somebody might, there might be some playing going on here. Okay. Again, take it as it resonates. It's not going to be for every relationship. But I do feel that for some of you, this is a confirmation that maybe perhaps somebody is not being as honest and open, or has that is wearing a mask towards this relationship, towards a relationship in some sort. So it's time for you to take a look, and that might be where that, honest and open communication comes through. If somebody isn't willing to have that honest and open communication, that's telling you something right there as well, okay? But again, I do feel that there needs to be some healing within a relationship of some sort. Again, past energy or current energy. We have the coffee cup. Yeah, see, communication, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. And maybe there's a time now to talk to somebody in regards to healing. Okay, maybe this is just a good friend that will listen as you go through, like somebody who is very honest. Somebody who's going to tell you as it is, as opposed to what it is that you want to hear. But again, with that coffee cup coming through, I do feel like for some of you, there needs to be a conversation, an open and honest, conversation in regards to perhaps a partner or a current person of interest or whatever it is. Maybe somebody that you're dating that you were kind of concerned, are they only after me for one particular thing? Or is this relationship actually going anywhere? This might be the time. But again, first, I do feel that healing needs to happen within inside of you. You may need to even, this even could be a therapist of some sort. But I do feel that, if you have somebody who will tell you things straight up, exactly as they are, rather than, just saying, everything's great, right? You might need to really take a look into, see if you can go for coffee or go have a walk, or, somebody that will listen, somebody that might help, okay? And we have the runner. Runner in a codependent relationship. Again, codependency, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. This could be you, it could be somebody else. But I do feel that there is some sort of codependency here. For some of you, okay, you might be picking people that are not truly for you or right for you because of a sense of codependency, okay? When we have a codependency towards somebody, or if we feel I need to be in a relationship, or if we're desperately looking for love, or if we're desperately looking for some sort of acceptance outside of ourselves, we tend to fall into people who can be deceptive, and we tend to overlook a lot of that deception simply because of the fact that we have this codependency within us. I do feel there needs to be some healing first. Okay, again, this isn't going to resonate with everybody, but I do feel that this message is coming through for some of you very specifically. Okay, it is time right now to really take a look, to really do some healing, to take a look as to see is why you're running from intimacy, or why are you choosing relationships that tend to run from intimacy? Where is the deception? Is it within yourself, or is it within somebody else? Is somebody not being honest, or are we choosing partners who may not be presenting themselves as they truly are, with that hint of deception, simply because we're scared of intimacy? It's sometimes easier to stay hurt than it is to accept intimacy. It's sometimes we're scared of being authentic. Sometimes we're scared of opening up, right? And so we choose people who really don't want us to open up. Like, that's a subconscious block within inside of ourselves, and that might be something that you need to take a look at. It may be something that needs some sense of healing. All right, so let's get a closing message from the universe and see what is coming through. So, closing message from the universe for Taurus. Whoops. I'm just going to throw them around. There we go. Closing message from the universe. And I felt like a real sense of stagnant, okay? Like, I feel like it's time to take a step forward, whether it's clearing off something that is no longer serving you, moving towards things that are going to benefit you. I feel as soon as you take that step, things are going to open, roads are going to open, doors are going to open. You're going to see things in a new light. Things are going to actually be revealed. They aren't going to be hidden anymore. And maybe, quite honestly, maybe you have to confront that fear of of what is being hidden. Sometimes we want things to be hidden so we don't have to face them, right? And it's time now to allow them to come to light. All right, healing again. Look at this, Taurus. Now is a time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. I do feel like this is a time for healing for you in order to open up new avenues, to open up new doors, to allow that path of that rainbow to come through. Precious time. The Fairy of Time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make use of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste other people's times either. If something isn't right for you, it's time to move on. Okay? Whether it's that you're being deceptive to some degree, and I don't mean that you're being deceptive, but hiding, not allowing yourself to be authentic, not truly going after what it is that you want, that can waste other people's time. If somebody's not right for you, sometimes we just have to sit there and go, you know what, you're not right for me. It's time to move on. Or it's time for us to take off our masks so that we're not wasting our time with others, right? I do feel too, stagnant energy, remember? Precious time, being stagnant and not moving forward is wasting that time towards that path of happiness that the universe is trying to give and reach out to you. And it says pure intention. Yeah. The Fairy of Manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. Again, going back to that card of deception, even just wearing a mask, not going after what it is that we truly desire, what it is that we truly want, is not pure intention. What we want to do is really open up our heart to what it is that we desire. Allow it to come through. Allow it to be expressed. Allow yourself to follow your true path. So I truly hope that this has helped, Taurus. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like, please share, and please subscribe to my channel. I truly appreciate it. Have an amazing day. Many blessings.